Alrighty, looks like we're live. Hi, my name's Corporal Vuco and I am back. So, I'm going to try and do something a little different in this video. I am going to make my own Happy 420 Day video. I know, it just ended. But yeah, I am over-medicated. But I am going to share a photo on Twitter, and I thought, well, it's kind of got a funny story, so why don't I make a video about the story? So let's see. This right here is an LAV-25, and in front of it, it weighs 14 tons, and believe it or not, it floats in water. If you look, let's see, this guy right here, I'm not going to get into the whole nickname thing right now, but yes, the Black Marine was the driver, Dark Green Marine. His nickname was Casper. There is Corporal Bo. There is me, Corporal Vuco. I am, well, I'm wearing my fire retardant suit because I got to hop into the Puget Sound so that we could take this. They're doing like some big air show, so we decided to take our 14-ton multi-million-dollar vehicle, drive it off the back of the ship, and then crawl it out onto the Puget Sound. So yeah, pretty cool story. So we took two of those, and actually I probably should pull out some of the other photos that I had, but anyway, so the funny thing about that is before we did it, since I was a Marine Corps instructor, water survival, the back of the ship, you know, just sort of goes down like this in the water, and it was my job to make sure that the ship, you know, we weren't cantered at all, and when the LAV drove off the back, we weren't at an angle because I forgot, it's like 2 miles deep, or it's some ridiculous amount. It's really ridiculously deep there, and if we lose one of those things, you know, I don't know what they cost, maybe $100 million vehicle, but the thing weighs 14 tons. So I had to make sure, you know, that it's not canted when we go off and things like that. And before we did this, I remember like the officers came up to me and they're like Corporal Vuco, they're like, you're 100% sure you can, you know, get your you know, make sure that we're perfectly level and all this stuff? And I'm like, yes sir, yes sir. I'm like, absolutely, no problem. And then I was like, well, you know, I was kind of wondering like why they're questioning everything, because I think we already let everybody know we're going to do this. And they're like, well, the battalion commander is now the president's chief of staff. Back then he was Major Kelly or maybe Lieutenant Colonel Kelly. But they're like, yeah, we tried to get a hold of the battalion commander and we couldn't. So we're thinking about, we're just winging it. You know, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, sir, you know how listen, Monroe, we typically prefer to ask for forgiveness than permissions. So, you know, yeah, I gave them the best advice a 21-year-old Marine could, and I think they were pretty much, they had their minds made up anyways that we're just going to do it. So yeah, so then we proceeded to take two of these 14-ton beasts and take them to water, and then drive them up on shore for the people. And it turns out we didn't drop any of them. Of course, me as a Marine Corps instructor, water survival, if one of them did teeter and take on water, I would just would have filled my ear full of lungs, and I would have hauled that thing to the shore, and we would have been all right. But anyways, happy 420 day. That's my 420 story. I'm not going to post it till later because I already started shutting down power, because I am going to swap out that ceiling fan, but it looks really nasty, so I'm not going to videotape that, because otherwise it'll just be a whole bunch of me swearing. So, all right, Godspeed.